Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Daily Shooter, and I'm back out here in the desert working on a couple different reviews that I have coming up next week, and I thought this would be the perfect time to break in my new Kimber Custom 2 1911. This is a pistol that you guys might have seen in a video that I just did a couple days ago, where I changed out the original grips for these Magpul grips with the TSP texture, and I like the way they feel quite a bit. But in that video I mentioned that I have not fired this gun once, not one shot. It hasn't had anything go down the barrel of it since the factory. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to break this in. And I thought, what a better way to break it in than to grab one of my Defender Armor Level 3A plates that's been sitting around, I think, since last year, and shoot it up with a bunch of 45 ACP and just see how it holds up. So instead of just shooting rounds into paper, let's go ahead and put some rounds into some body armor, and we'll kind of make two videos in one. Break-in period, Defender Armor Level 3A plate. So let's go ahead and get started first by just taking some shots at dirt and checking the functionality of the pistol before we do anything else. Now, I want to say a special thank you to Aguila for providing a lot of the ammunition that I've been using in my most recent videos, and that's what we're going to be using again today. I'm going to be breaking in this pistol using only Aguila 45 Auto 230 grain ball ammunition, and I've got three different types of magazines with me here today. I've got the one that came with the pistol itself. This is a 7-round, just a standard Kimber magazine. I have an 8-round Pro Mag magazine, and I have a 10-round Wilson Combat magazine. So we're going to use those three magazines, all with the Aguila 45 Auto. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with the standard 7-round Kimber magazine, and then we'll go ahead and move on from there. Let's go ahead and take the very first shots here and see how she runs. Safety. All right, so we had our first malfunction right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And just FYI, for those people that were wondering, yeah, I did clean and oil this thing. It looks like on the that was the very last round. So there's a little bit of scraping on it from where it looks like maybe it got caught up on the feed ramp, on the projectile itself. Very last round of the 7 round. So let's go ahead and switch it out. And we'll try this 8-round Pro Mag. We'll see how that works. I've heard good and bad things about the Pro Mags as well. Again, push that safety up. All right, so the Pro Mag, 8 rounds, no problem. Let's go ahead and try the Wilson Combat 10-round magazine. We'll see how that runs. So far we've only had one malfunction, and that's okay. The other couple stoppages that I've had have been me kind of pushing up on the safety. My knuckle just seems to push it up just enough where it stops the functionality of the firearm. Other than that, it seems to be running fine. So let's go ahead and we'll drop the slide using the slide release here. Seems to be fine. And let's try it again. Keep my knuckle down. Good. All right, so it ran perfect. The only problem that we had was with that last round on the Kimber magazine. Other than that, damn, this thing is a tack driver. I'm actually really impressed with how accurate this pistol is. Let me see if I can turn you guys. I'm standing about 10 yards from the target. See if I can bring this around here so you guys can see. There's my target right there. It is an 8-inch circle target, and I'm standing again about 10 yards from that, and it's drilling them pretty good. It looks like just a little bit slightly low center is where I'm hitting. A lot of those divots that you see on the target right there are actually from 223, 556 that I was shooting a little bit earlier, but yeah, super accurate. I'm really happy with it so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to break in the 1911, but this time, instead of shooting at steel, let's go ahead and take some shots at our Defender Armor Level 3A plate right here. This is an extremely lightweight plate. It's less than an inch and less than a pound, and I'm pretty confident that it's going to stop whatever we throw at it. Defender Armor is the most amazing body armor that I've ever reviewed to date. It is a little bit more money, but there's a reason why it's more money. Again, I've had this laying in my garage for probably about 7 or 8 months now, so it is definitely in need of being shot. All right, now apparently that setup is not going to work. I went back over to the table, it just kept falling off, and even though the round didn't go through, it had enough energy to knock that steel plate off the table. So now I'm just going to go ahead, we're going to lean it up against a cinder block, and we'll see if it stays up. It probably won't. If not, we'll just continue to break in the pistol, but this will be kind of an interesting test, because since this is just sitting up against a cinder block, we'll see how much force this particular round has, and we'll see if it does any damage to the cinder block behind it through our body armor. So let me go ahead and take this off safe, and we'll take our shot again from about 15 feet or so. All right. Safety on. Yeah, it's just going to keep falling over, so we're not going to be able to break it in by shooting through this, but let me go get that panel for you, and I'll show you guys exactly what happened. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to continue to break in the gun. In the meantime, I want to show you guys the plate that we just shot at. Obviously, we're not going to be able to continue to shoot at it because it just won't stay up on the table. I didn't bring tape that was good enough for it, apparently, and every time I try and prop it up on something, it's just going to keep falling over, and you guys don't want to hang around for, like I said, a 30-minute video. So let me show you what happened when we did shoot it. I shot it twice in 2 different locations, and you know, one was against steel with a steel backer, one was with a concrete backer. I can tell you that the concrete's in perfect condition. As a matter of fact, it barely even left like a little mark right there where the concrete was. We can actually still see the back of the round right there sticking out of the plate. And then this one right here looked like from a distance that it might have gone through, because you can see where there's this hole in the back right here. This is just kind of like a foam backing. So it's a very soft material that they put behind the armor. And if we take a look at the front of the armor, we'll take a quick... Okay, so I was able to dig it out. There is still a little bit more in there. As you can see, we have half a disc of the copper jacket right there, and here is the lead core, and you can see that it just pretty much squished that lead core and completely stopped it. And then again, right here on our other one, you can see the back of the projectile still kind of sticking out of the armor. So again, like I said, it's pretty impressive stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to break in the pistol. We've only had 1 malfunction so far, and that was with the Kimber magazine, which, if you ask me, the quality is probably the least out of the 3 magazines that I have with me today. It's got the really kind of wompy sort of metal feed lip. So let's go ahead and continue it. I'll show you guys if we have any more malfunctions here. So let's keep shooting. Got my thumb on that safety again. Okay, so that took a little bit of time. That was 150 rounds, 3 magazines, one holding 7, one holding 8, and the other one holding 10. So that's 25 rounds at a time. I went through 150 rounds, and the only malfunction that I had was with the very first magazine, the last round in that magazine, and it was the standard Kimber magazine. They used to put on here who made these, but now they actually just stamp it with Kimber. So I'm not sure exactly who makes these. If you guys know, let me know in the description box. It just says Kimber, and I've looked everywhere. Nonetheless, that was the only malfunction I had, and running that Kimber magazine for every single time that I did since then, I didn't have another problem with it. So I don't know if it was magazine related or if it was pistol related. Nonetheless, 150 rounds so far, and that's literally all I have to report. So I am really impressed with this, and to be honest with you, it's one of the most accurate pistols that I have. I was shooting it absolutely no problem right out of the box, have had to make 0 changes to the sights. Again, this is a Kimber Custom 2 Target Edition, and the Target Edition has the adjustable for windage and elevation rear sight on it, which is really, really nice. 150 rounds, absolutely nothing negative to report, other than the fact that my thumb kept hitting, as you can probably see right there, kept hitting the safety. So every time I take a shot, it would just kind of run up there and kind of bump into it. There we go, 3 mags, 3 different types, and a great gun. So I'm really looking forward to shooting it a little bit more, and I'll give you guys another report later on down the road after we put 500 rounds through it, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I also want to mention, wow, this thing is hot, that the Magpul grip panels with the TSP texture are fantastic. They worked really well. They're very grippy. They're very easy to hold on to. I had a good experience with these things overall. So if you guys are looking for inexpensive grip panels for your 1911, these are less than 20 bucks or maybe even around 20 bucks, depending on what color you get, and they worked out really well. Anyway, that is my update on the Kimber Custom 2. Working out great, fantastic gun. I really, really enjoy shooting it. It's just a lot of fun, and definitely worth the money. It's on the lower end of the price scale for Kimber, and if the camera's shaking, I apologize. Very windy out here right now. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.